up, still dreaming. Going to sleep with their eyes open. Is my existence parallel to my destination?
I'm just living my dreams, I'm giving my all until it all falls down, till it all falls down, till it all falls. I'm just living my dreams, I'm giving my all until it all falls down, till it all falls down, till it all falls. I'm just living my dreams, I'm giving my all until it all falls down, till it all falls down, till it all falls. I'm just living my dreams, I'm giving my all until it all falls down, till it all falls down, till it all falls.
So, this is back early February. You know, ever since my last episode, I went basically went back crazy, insane, going out of my mind. And from that time on, I just took a break from making videos. You know, I needed time to myself, soul searching. I didn't even want to take the camera with me everywhere I go, and I lost a lot. I lost focus during that journey, you know, that soul searching journey. But ever since then, I have been recording different days, you know, different events that's been happening lately. It's just that I didn't have the motivation or the energy to even start on my episodes and just, you know, put things together the way I wanted to. But me and my family is on the way on a journey to New York to celebrate my little cousin. Well, cousin, right? She's turning 16. We're celebrating her sweet 16. You know, I still remember the day when she was a baby. I always was around her. She was always around me. I always looked out for her. Me and my younger brother and her was very close growing up. You know, as she started to grow, I watched her grow from a little baby to a grown, you know, young lady. One of the most loving females I've ever met in my family. Prodigy of her mother and father. It's an amazing thing to see. You know, I can't believe it's 16 years already. I was like 10, 11 when she was born. Same with my young brother, you know. So I'm happy for her. Just driving through New York, seeing the buildings, seeing the bridges, that was only, you know, my favorite thing out. Every time I went on a trip, the driving, the scenery, seeing different things was my favorite part of the trip. Not even the vacation, just the driving part, the journey just to get to your destination was always my favorite part of the trip. No, never mind the stuff that's going to happen on the trip. That was always my favorite part because it always had me think of deeper thoughts or made me think of things that you never would really think on a deeper level when you are in the comfort of your own home or somewhere else because you're focused on something else. But when you just doing nothing, just looking at the beauty of the world of what God created, and amazingly what human species, the human race have created on the way, like these bridges, these artifacts, even growing up, you driving through New York, seeing the Twin Towers, you know, before they were gone, the Empire State. It's an amazing thing to see from a distance. We got the party, finally made it to the party. You know, later on that night we had the party, extravagant, big, unbelievable. To be honest, it's the very first Sweet 16 I've ever been to. been to, like an actual Sweet 16. Compared to, this is crazy compared to being back in high school and going to some of my peers' Sweet 16 parties, which is just like a regular normal party compared to this. It's a blessing that she get to experience something like this.
I want to ask, is everybody here ready to have a good time tonight? Alright people, we need a little bit more enthusiasm than that. One more time. Are you all here to have a good time? Much better. Now I want to ask everybody to clap your hands to the beat. Ready? Please help me welcome in Danielle Graves!
Are you serious? She's being escorted out, you know, just on a pedestal chair. Like, are you serious? Like, that's crazy, man. That's called making an entrance.
Keep that noise going, ladies and gentlemen, Danielle has something she wants to say, so if we can please have your attention.
Celebrate my special day with me, and I want to get this party started.
It was a wonderful thing to see my blessed young cousin who turned into who evolved into a wonderful young lady. To see her, you know, the family come together like this and, you know, share their experience, you know, to see them all together, like all her family on both sides coming together for something wonderful as this, you know, and it's only gonna get better as time goes, as my family grows, as the younger generation grows, the prodigies, my younger brother, my younger cousin, and so on and so forth. Their children, my children. If God ever blessed me with children, my prodigies, you know, I would say the root of the whole family, because that's what keeps the people like me or my mother, my uncles, my aunts, that's what keeps them going. That's what anybody keeps their parents going, is their children. That's what they say, that's what mostly they live for. You know, the first thing they would say, other than God, will be their children. They live for their children, and rightfully so. You know, they had her grandmothers on each side of the family come up, say something. All the uncles came up and said something. All the distant and close relative cousins came up. I went up, my older brother, all my cousins, we all was up there with her. And most importantly, like, her parents was up there, her aunts, uncles, everything, man. And the most powerful was her parents' speech, man. It was wonderful. After the trip from New York, you know, I kind of distanced myself from recording and doing my media, you know, thing, to focus more on put more focus on the Most High, where I could get closer to Him. Like I said last episode, 2-parter, it was ridiculous. Probably the worst things I probably could ever say in my whole life about my life.
Cause I carry everybody's fucking weight on my back. When they look at me when I need help, they won't do shit. For years, I've been carrying everybody's weight. And they don't give a about me at all. Cause when I die, they will not last 1 second on this earth without me. No one.
That were in my life, innocent, even the kids.
Don't want to deal with my mother, don't want to deal with my grandmother, don't want to deal with my little brother, not my father, not Taylor, not her daughter, not Jordan, not her kids. I don't want to deal with nobody. 22 fucking years. Nobody would ever feel the type of pain I feel every fucking day. I give everybody my fucking all. I fucking will rip my heart out for everyone. Put it on the ground for them.
There's a lot of stuff I had to cut out of that episode because it was just too much. And for me to be closed-minded when my friend Caleb was really speaking a lot of truth. Like he had the whole recording, the original recording of that. He spoke more than I spoke. And he spoke every single word that came out of his mouth was truth. And the only thing that I ever did on that night was take everything he said and throw it out the window.
You have to give a fuck about this, about yourself, man. You have to give a fuck.
Well, I fucking don't. If that's the case, then I guess I ain't fucking worthy to be in God's kingdom. Is that what you want me to fucking say? I don't know what the fuck you want me to do.
I was so determined not to live on, like, so determined that I've strayed so far from the Most High. Like, you can see on the camera, man, I broke down. And I felt like it was no way out. Ever since then, I just kind of been slacking on my show. I've been slacking on everything. The only thing I was really able to do was put more focus into Taylor's show, the Taylor and Mina show. You know, focus on her show and bigging it up. You know, she been putting in more work than I ever did for my channel, for my own channel, and you know, I'm proud of her. Bravo! I'm glad that I was able to be a part of that, and you know, I was able to teach her and you know, give her the knowledge, that I have and more, where she was able to take that and expand on that even more to bigger her audience as much as she can. But ever since then, I've just been in a slump. You know, I hate to sound like I'm complaining or just sound depressed. It's supposed to be building character and building more myself up where I can't be depressed no longer. One day I was after I got off of work, I was walking home from work. It was raining. It was like very dark, cloudy. I hate the clouds were so dark, like dark cloudy, and the sun started to come out. And I happened to look up in the sky, and I saw this rainbow.
Hands up in the air if you're really trusting the Lord right now to hold you down.
I'm like, wow. It was a double rainbow at that. It was amazing. I'm so blessed to see that. And just seeing that miracle it reminded me of how real God is. And still is, how real he is. It reminded me that he's always with us, and he's our only friend in the end of the day. If you don't have any friend, even if you got one, or in the end of the day, even when the apocalypse come or whatever might happen tomorrow, today, or whatever happened yesterday, in the end, he's always going to be there for you, and he's your best friend, the only person who will never forsake you or harm you or hurt you, because we as a human species are not perfect. We sin every single day, even if it's a minor sin. We sin at least once a day, knowingly or unknowingly. Yeah, I definitely, sin every day. It's just seeing that rainbow reminded me of how real and powerful and promising God is. The real reason of a rainbow, a lot of people might bash me for this, but I don't care because this is the truth. The real reason for a rainbow, a lot of people, especially in the new generation now, in my generation, in the younger generation, especially what's going on now, a lot of people, you ask an average person, what is the meaning of a rainbow in my generation? This is just my opinion. Most people, or some people, half people would say, you know, it could even mean two things: luck or gay. That's exactly what people might say. Some people might say. Some in my generation. My generation is just my opinion. But you know, they even say it's either based off luck, or you know, people use it to represent gay people or bi people. But the real purpose, the original origin of a rainbow, the real meaning of a rainbow was a symbol from God to his people on earth after he flooded the whole earth of all the demonic evil and bad things that were happening on earth, after all the evil creations and creatures that was on here, after he washed out every single evil thing that was on this earth and saved very few people that was on that ark and very few animals that wasn't tainted. After that flood happened, after Noah's Ark, that flood incident, God created a rainbow and cast it all over the earth and said that was his promise to not ever flood the earth again. That was his promise. That every time you see a rainbow, every time it rains, if you see a rainbow, that was his way of saying and keeping his promise of creating a rainbow. That was his way of keeping his promise to his people, to say, I'm never gonna, after a big, whether if it's a light storm or a heavy superstorm, that was his way of saying, don't worry, I'm not going to flood the earth again. That was the original origin of a rainbow. That's the real meaning of a rainbow, is God's promise to his people, us, no matter what generation it is. Now, if you beg to differ, that's your opinion. Like I said, it's my opinion, and this is what I feel is the truth. Just seeing that reminds me of the things he's promised me. He promised us, and he already gave us. Not that what we want out of him, not everything that we keep on asking and praying for, is what we already have. I got a loving family, got loving friends, I got love from him, I got everything, I got the Most High with me, I got my Lord and Savior with me, and it's like, that's all I need. The most important thing is to love myself. But ever since that day, I kept that with me as much as I can, and you should too. Every time you see a rainbow, you know, think of God, man. You know, if you don't believe in him, then so be it. You know, think of, when you see something remarkable of that, just think of what you do have. Be grateful for what you do have. You know, because in a lot of ways, the Most High, he's just like us. He has feelings too. He's a man where he keeps promises too. He stays true to them. And these are the type of examples we should follow. Not saying in a godly sense to the point where it's like everything that God's do, that, you know, because we're not perfect. I know that we are all not perfect, but the example of trying to be a better person, that's what I'm trying to say. Not to be a God or be like a God, no. To be a better person, to be closer to God, to be of God, and really embracing that.
Like 2 kids, gotta keep them faded. I ain't going to the streets, I'ma do what your word said. What it say? I never seen the righteous forsaken, or see bad bread. And Lord, if I ain't a righteous man today, I repent. Yes. Sunny day. asking the Lord right now to hold you down. So I'ma go and praise him like it's my last time. Love him like it's my last time. Cause the day is Sunday, but I know the rain coming. Sunny day, everybody loves them, but can you stand the rain? Can you stand it? Can you stand the storms will come? This we know for sure. But can you stand the rain? Can you stand the rain?
To close out the show, here's a rhyme from my homeboy and brother, Gravity the Beast.
My nigga, I'm from the concrete jungle where acrobatic rappers fumble, try to tumble with the beast that leave teams deceased. I increase my mental prowess to the levels is hectic. I step on necks, destroy whole sets, and it's never expected. These baby rappers is fake bigs and Tupac's resurrected. Voila, all these rappers talk about is third eyes. They ain't never trained their chakras until they was half paralyzed. The beast got a pair of eyes. With amethyst, I make it try. Open up my mind, the crystals tingle down my whole spine. Never content, I don't just rap, I sing. Of the democracy, the mighty Lord won't stop until he's king, and it's amazing. The haters want to see you rise up, but then they just ride up. That's it.